Simon here from M4C. I'm here with Dean from the Bush Company. How's it going?
Yeah, good mate. Good. Yeah.
So anyone looking at rooftop tents and awnings and that, getting into the market, what would they be looking for?
Well, I suppose rooftop tenting can be broken down into multiple factors or multiple areas. Biggest thing we find, are you touring like hardcore? You know, is it your long-term tent? Is it just a weekender? And that's going to be dictated not only on price in the industry, but also what style of tent you're looking for.
Yep.
So whether it's a clamshell, a double opening like a TX Max, or even a side opening tent.
There's definitely different options to suit different applications.
Different options, 100%.
Yep. And what about the Bush Company? Like, where does the Bush Company sit in the market, and what are you offering?
We're definitely more in the premium space of the market. There's a couple of us that actually not only engineer, but we also have our own factories. And I think that's a big thing is you get to spend more time in it. So give you a bit of a background on the Bush Company is I started making awnings back in 2007, you know, quite a long time ago, and originally it was just the odd awning for a mate or for something going to a club, and that got better. I was running a second job at the time, and over time we, you know, as you do, and over time we just built it up. We officially launched the Bush Company as a brand, would have been in 2012, and that's where we really started going further and started pushing it to the global market.
So 2012, that's a fair while now, being like full consumer market.
Correct.
So what are some of the innovations and things that you've done to set yourself apart?
So if you go back in time, I designed the first fully extruded rooftop tent. So before those days, we always used to have folded steel, folded aluminium, and we used to actually bolt through them. So just for you guys that don't know, we do a range of hard shell tents. So hard shells we find are much faster to actually, you know, use to get in, to get out. Extrusions, correct. So yeah, as you can see, we've got the extrusion slots now. This is common in today, but back in the day, we're the first guys to really innovate that. That allowed us to bolt accessories to it. So we bolted our awnings.
Drilling through. I remember that in the
100%.
workshop. Drilling something through, you've got to seal it, paint protect it.
Exactly.
But now, all the bolts, all the spaces are going in there.
Yeah, correct.
Everything's secure.
And the ability to use an extrusion made a difference. So we were able to put in internal gussetry or strengthen points. So we actually had a much stronger system. Because a tent that size replaces your roof rack, we turned the tent into the roof rack. So you've got load bars, you can carry high lift jacks, and as you know, a high lift jack weighs a lot. We've got shovel mounts, spotlight mounts,
solar panel mounts.
So
recovery track
mounts. So there's so many accessories you can actually load on top, inside, to the sides of our product.
With the awnings, I mean, we've been selling them for years now, 6 or 7 years. So with the truss system, when was that? Like, that was
the truss system we put out in the market probably late 17 is when I finished it. 18 we went into full launching, 2018. The biggest thing is on a truss design. Now, a truss design isn't necessarily a fully new concept, or let's say a box design is not a new concept. But with the level of alloy we've used in this, so our proprietary alloy is a mixture of metals. So not only do we get to correct tensile strength, but we also get to correct flex in it as well. So we do literally have the strongest awning in the market. As you can see, it's near bulletproof. But as you all know, it's not only about that. The stainless steel hinging at the rear is very important.
Strengthening in the frame.
Yeah.
They don't twist, they don't move.
They don't move. We're running solid axles right through the back of the arms. And one thing about us as well, being South African made, we also have full control of everything. So even our canvas is milled in South Africa. And that is a big thing. I mean, you know how many guys come in and touch the canvas and go, oh, yep, it's pretty impressive. We're not using full synthetics. It is an acrylic resin coating it in waterproof. So we've got waterproofing abilities, we've got extra strength, it's mildew proof, rot proof.
And you're actually controlling the supply yourself, so you can adjust it to anything you need to
suit. We also run the widest ream in the industry. What that means is you get a wider piece of material, so you get less joints.
Yep, so you notice that
there's one seam on this massive awning, and that makes a big difference. Less chance of a leak.
Yeah. So what are any other take-offs you'd recommend for anyone looking at a rooftop tent and an awning?
So Basically, ease of use. So any awning, it's simplicity. You're not going to use something if it's not going to be quick. All right. So
I never used an awning as much until I've had one of your first T70 XTs, and that's still on someone's car. I know.
That's
still going.
So when it comes to speed of setup and pack down, which we'll show you shortly, it's so fast. You're literally dealing in seconds. So you can stop on the side of the road, you can make a sandwich, and it's all good.
Dean, with your range of XT awnings, you'll want to walk us through your designs.
Oh, 100%. So what, at the back over here, we've got our 270 XT Max. So we've basically got 3 different awnings in our range of XTs, 180, 270 standard, and then our 270 XT Max.
So what's the difference between a standard and like a Max?
So anything in our company which has got a word Max on it just means that it's larger. So the biggest thing is a 270 will fold around the back. The Max is an increase bringing the front arm in and actually extending forward as well.
Oh, you're going down the front side of the vehicle.
100%. Let me show you. I'll open up this one and we'll have a good look at it. So effectively, we've got a YKK zipper, really simply opening up the bag. You've got 2 straps which drop down like that. The front arm comes around first. And what I like doing, we're just going to clip this onto this bracket on the side of the tent very easily. Adjust that into pretty much position over there. Grab the back. And as you can see, mate, it's such an easy install.
It's a true one-person setup.
100%. So even if you just wanted to stop, on the side of the road for a bit of lunch, make a sandwich, it's a few seconds and it's actually up in place. So the big thing with all of our awnings, and that's where the XT range came from, or our extreme range effectively, was our heavy-duty truss design. So super strong. It's our premium alloy grade. It's a basic composition of alloy that we spec'd up. And that allows us to get not just elasticity or flex in it, but it also allows tensile strength as well. So it's really good. So full truss side on the XT Max going forward. The XT just wraps around the back, and the 180 degree is this one just on this side attached to the 300 series. And that's basically going straight past the rear and straight forward. Perfect for a vehicle in this setup where you've got a rear opening door.
Especially with a large tailgate, they do interfere.
So that there will be able to go right up, get out of the way, and have your 180 degree awning running there.
Like the arms come straight out, so that's clearing all the canopy doors and that on the vehicles.
100%. So the awnings are fully length at 2.3 meters. So if you have a big canopy, like a flat tray style canopy, this big gap between these arms will allow you to open up a canopy door and actually open it up right into the void of the awning. So that way, it's not actually being interfered with at all.
Especially like with some of the standard 270s when the bars come across and your doors are stuck down. So
exactly right.
Full height, all clear.
So that works well. The other big thing on our awnings as well is the canvas we're using. So a lot of guys come in, they touch the awning and they go, wow, you're not using cheap plastic. And that's a big thing. Polycotton canvas just breathes better. It's better for waterproofing. It's super highly abrasive resistant. So perfect for when things are chafing. Also a really wide awning rim. So you'll notice we've only got one seam.
So I've seen that on many of them now.
100%. So any awning you buy, the less seams, the better. A seam is a potential leak point, and obviously only having one of them means you've only got one potential leak point, which is pretty good.
Sounds good.
So that's pretty much our awning range. A standard 270 degrees, which just folds to the rear. Slightly smaller than this, a few less square meters of shade.
So more SUV,
I'd say more SUV. If it's just 2 people, perfect for that, super easy. If you're a single traveler as well, it's such a great awning. If you do have the big canopy, you've got a lot of children around or more people around, a couple of your mates over, then the larger awning is definitely the right choice for that.
So what's the range in the meterage, like square meterage from one to?
You will be looking anywhere from your 8 to your 12. Depending on the
so you're almost
sizing.
half again.
The big thing is we also do them in a left and right hand configuration. So if you were running a vehicle like a FJ Cruiser, perfect example,
few of those up.
You can run a right one, or if you do have a you and your buddy want to have opposites, so you can reverse back in together and have a lot of shade, then you can run them one left and one right.
So with the range of tents that we have, your Bush Company tents, so the AX, that would have to be the premium one, surely.
100%. So we got the 3 basic models that we're doing over here. The AX27, which is our premium touring tent. So
it's our best seller.
100%. So the big positive with this tent is when I designed it, the main focus was what do you need for long distance touring. So if you are that serious camper, you want longevity out of your product, not the quality side of things, just the use functionality of it.
Yeah, the usability of it.
100%. So multiple mattresses, you can put in a mattress topper in there. There's 120 mils above the mattress for you to load it up. So extra doonas.
Yeah, I've loaded them up. A few pillows, a couple of doonas, a couple of blankets, leave your shoes in there occasionally.
100%.
And yeah, there's heaps of room, they're good.
Yeah, exactly right. So, and the other side of things, and I'll show you in a second, it's so quick and easy to open and close them that it makes travel quick and easy. If it's easy, you'll use it. The same thing goes with our awnings, so quick and easy to set up.
Yep.
So simply on these, we've got our big stainless steel latches up the top there. You simply pop those open, give it a little shove, and it's actually going to do the lifting for you. Now, the nice side about this tent as well is that you can actually carry over 200 kilos on the roof when static or when closed, and 50 kilos additional, well, 50 kilos to still open and close it. So you want to run a kayak on the top, a surfboard, you name it, a stand-up paddleboard, it's all doable. The other positive on the tents is we've got these large rain flies. So the large rain fly keeps the water off the main canvas. Main thing is you can have extra airflow for when you need it. So you can leave the window slightly down in a rainstorm.
Yep. Definitely makes a difference. Like, you know, those moist nice and that, you've got that air, you generally get the condensation with the airflow. I've never had an issue.
100%. So double layered canvas is also what makes us unique. So it's an all season tent, whether it's snowing, it's stinking hot outside, you name it. 2 layers of canvas as well as your mesh as well. An 80 mil dual layered mattress also keeps it comfortable. The LX is our light tent. So think about it this way, L for being lightweight. The main focus was to bring a lightweight tent into the market that is not impractically small. So you get a lot of tents which are so narrow or so low profile, you cannot leave any bedding inside. We're still a touring company, so at the end of the day, we went with this. Now this tent only weighs in at 73 kilos. It's still got all the other extras that the big one has, except slightly thinner mattress, slightly thinner density canvas, but it has still got its dual layer.
Yep.
So you've got the same waterproofing.
So nothing's been compromised.
Nothing's been compromised. It's actually, to be honest, a lot more thought has been into this one, bearing in mind it is a tent that was launched 5 years after the original
Experience and time.
Experience and time, a triple layered mattress, closed cell high density foam underneath underlay.
Yep.
So that's just giving you that extra support and also providing an insulation layer underneath.
And then still with all the same traditional extrusions, able to bolt things on.
Absolutely, and we haven't let any of that go. So this is super strong. It's full boxed alloy frame. So we can run awnings mounted to this. You still run your
awnings.
Yeah, full size awnings, our 270 Max, for example, perfect fit as well on top of this tent as well. Now all the tents are 1.4 wide by 2250 long. So you've got more than enough length. So if you are 6'4", you can still fit inside the Bush Company tents.
Yep.
So packing it down, simple. So bearing in mind, you can either enter your ladder on the rear of the tent or on the side. All you got to do with these is simply unhook the spring rods, pop them inside like that. Now, it'd be a bit different when you're up on a ladder, but we've obviously worked it out to still work in that situation. Close that in and you grab your bungee cord. Now that's going to help close the canvas up. So pulling that down like that. From this position, I like having an extended arm and just tucking in the canvas like that as you're going down. And the nice thing is, even though this is low profile, and I'll show you in a second, so even though it is low profile like that, you can still leave a couple pillows, a doona, and some sheets inside of it. So more than enough internal space as well.
So it can go onto any cars, weight dependent. This is like coming back to a bit more the SUV, wagons, smaller,
100%. So
smaller cars.
Perfect example, 300 series Land Cruiser Prado.
Prados, yeah, we get a lot of them.
So when you are having weight sensitivity, if you want to put it that way, you can run them. It also gives it a nice lower sleek look. So for the guys that are doing hardcore wheeling, and they've got a really high lifted vehicle, also a good
The difference
option.
in the profiles between the LX and the AX, height-wise?
Close to 100 mil.
That's a big difference.
It's a big difference, and noticeable when it's closed, especially. You don't really know it on notice it on the AX on a big vehicle. Like if you are still doing that long-term touring, it's still great. Not to say you can't long-term tour in this, but it's just giving you that slightly lower profile. So our TX27 Max, T for Tango, what it basically does, it gives you a 2-staged opening tent. Now, you might have seen a couple of tents like, you know, open straight up, whether it be with electronic actuators or electric motors, for example. This is our version of those tents. So the nice part about it is it's fully mechanical. So you got your dual gas struts, dual stage opening, and this is the wider one. Being a Max, again, that's basically just slightly larger. So this one
1.4 is your standard width,
Correct.
and this one's
1.6. So we've got an extra 200 mil in width.
So that's a big difference for people wanting a bit more room and
100%.
and those longer trips, depending on the vehicles they have.
Yeah, we find that you know, you can put up to 3 children, depending on how tall they are, even up to 4 in this tent, as we've had some couples do. Or one can actually sleep. If you think about it, 1.6 meters is pretty wide, so even a 10-year-old will fit in there running the other way effectively, so they can actually stack like sardines, which is really great. And I've actually got a mate of mine which does that with his kids, so it's fantastic. Other than that, perfect for a camper trailer. A bit of a slightly on the heavier side of tents. Not that it's a negative, but obviously the larger the tent,
weight-wise, AX?
Call it 100 kilos, 73 on the LX, and 144 on the big TX Max.
And the standard TX being
it's about 12 kilos lighter than that, so 112-ish, somewhere in that vicinity. Oh, sorry, 120 odd in that vicinity. Now, also dual skin canvas on this, so we haven't skimped anywhere.
That's on the whole range now.
The whole range, even the top of this tent is dual skin. You've got 3 entry points as well as an additional entry through the window if you wanted to on the front. So if you wanted to, for example, climb onto the roof rack on the vehicle, you can actually pass straight through this whole tent.
That's a handy tip.
Yeah, which is pretty good. This has got the same mattress as the AX27, so a dual foam 80mm thick mattress as well.
And then obviously it would have a bit more headroom in it, so you could fit more bedding and storage in there.
Definitely pack more bedding in this one. So the big thing as well is not just that, but all the tents have got their full electrical wire up ready to go. So they've got twin USBs, as well as twin SIG sockets in each of our tent range. So they're ready to go. You just got to plug in an Anderson plug underneath, give power to it, and it's pre-wired.
That's away, ready to go.
That's the full tent range from the Bush Company.
All right, thank you very much, Dean.
Awesome, mate, cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
All right.